Alright, welcome back everyone, happy 2020, van build day today. I think the last time we left you, we'd filled the holes in with some silicone adhesive, we primed it and then put the adhesive in there, and that all cured. That took 24 hours to cure, and then we've now put some weatherproof tape over it just to be doubly sure. Christmas period's over, so now we have bought the insulation, so we've gone with the fiberglass that we're going to put in little holes like this. We've also gone with the reflective foil that also acts as a vapor barrier. So once the fiberglass is in that, we're then going to put the vapor barrier in, and we're going to have that air gap in between the fiberglass and the vapor barrier. So that's the method we've gone for insulation. Alright, so what we need to do first is to put the wooden battens that act as a frame all around the van. So we've gone for 16 of the 18 by 34mm wooden battens that we're simply going to stick to the inner frame, the inner metal of the van. We're not going to drill into it. I don't think there's any need. From what I've been researching online, I don't think there's any need to actually screw it into the metal of the van. So we've bought our jigsaw and we've bought our cutting table. So yeah, now it's just getting some measuring up and getting cutting. Alright, so we've got the first little bit up. So because of the curvature of the roof, we're having to cut the wood into like 3 separate pieces, because otherwise when we're trying to hold the wood up and to use the glue, the adhesive that we've gone for, it's not holding. The tension of the curvature of the wood is obviously fighting against the glue. So just to make it easier, I've just gone for 3 little bits. But yeah, so it's holding. And now Tash is just down there measuring up everything else we need to cut. So yeah, we're going to start with the ceiling and then work our way around the sides. Alright, so we've got quite a lot of the frame done. If I just turn the camera around, hopefully you can see what we're trying to achieve here. So you can see we've still got these bits to do, but the fiberglass is going to sit in there, and then we're going to have the Reflectix foil vapor barrier set over the top. So the air gap is going to be filled with the fiberglass. So we've chosen this method because we have got the 2 big windows. We will have like a foil window cover, but this is where we're going to lose most of the heat. All of this is going to be boarded up, so that's not going to be too much of an issue, but it's going to be the windows where we're going to lose most of the heat. Alright, so it's a week later, and we found that the adhesive we used, so this one, No More Nails, it's not as good as we had hoped. So with a little bit of so I took that off with one hand, so it's not good enough. So I've just went to Screw Fix, and I've just bought some of the Evo sticks like shit. So we're going to use a combination of this, and when we start doing the edges, these corner pieces, we're going to use screws as well. So we're going to get it stuck in this time. A little bit of duplicated effort, but done now. Alright, so another week has gone past. We're not having as much time to work on the van as we'd like. So with it being winter and us working, we're not getting any time in the evenings to work on the van. So we're limited to weekends. So if we have a busy weekend, we're finding that we're not able to work on the van. So I'll pick back up where we left off. So what we had done last was, instead of using the No More Nails adhesive, we used the Sticks Like Shit adhesive, and this is 10 times better. These are on there properly now. And I question the need to even screw in these side battens. We might do it for the shelves that we decide to put up in the kitchen area, maybe above the bed, but we'll see. If you find yourself with a van project, my #1 tip at this stage is don't do it in the winter, because you will find yourself with a lot less time than you expect. Alright, so I questioned whether or not we needed to do this, but I thought, no, might as well do things properly. So we've gone and bought some sound deadening sheets. So before we install the insulation, I want to put these sheets on the inside panel to stop any vibration. So we've gone with the Dodo mat, the Dodo hex mat. We've got 20 sheets. I got them off Amazon, it was about £30. So there's a big sticker on the top right of the box that says mild heating may be necessary if ambient temperature during installation is below 10 degrees. And with it rapidly approaching the end of January, it's not a warm day. And as you can see, without it getting hotter than 8 degrees today, it's going to be my own stupid fault if the adhesive doesn't work. So this is what they look like. You can see why it's got the name Hex Mat. It feels kind of like a thick, like a... You can see how it sort of like bends. And then we've got the adhesive here on the back, which is just sort of a plasticky, tarry sort of substance. And I'll be putting them on the walls and the doors, so you can hear what they sound like already. So I'll obviously do a comparison after I've put on the mat to see what the impact has. Alright, so here's it with the sound deadening strips, and here's it without. So you can see immediately there's a big difference. I'm going to need to order another box of these because I only ordered 20 and I'm getting through them quite quickly. But now to get into these spaces up here, the panels are actually bigger than these spaces, so I've got my Stanley knife and I'm going to chop them in half. And then when the new box does arrive, I can also do the ceiling and then just beneath the windows and the door there. Also, what are your thoughts on us sharing every minute detail on the way of this van build? Because I've looked online and the vast majority of the videos sort of skip ahead and they jump in stages and then, you know, ta-da, the van's built, which is great. So I'm kind of taking a different approach, sort of how the indie projects have done it. So I've been watching their builds quite closely, and that's sort of given us inspiration of how we're taking our van forward. So I'd like to get your feedback on what you think of us, you know, sharing our thought processes along the way. Alright, so this is what 20 sound deadening sheets looks like. So you can see I've cut it and I've put it in the doors, up along there, below there. And yeah, so we still need to do the roof, and as I said before, the doors and under the window. And as I was doing that, we've had our floor delivered. It's got the MDF sheet in, then we've got Kingspan, and they're the battens. So I now need to put that in here just in case it rains. Alright, done. And the final bit I wanted to show you is not rosy, believe it or not, but our fan has also arrived. So we've gone for the Fiamma Turbo Vent Premium. So look out for our next video and I'll tell you why we've chosen that one, and you can see how we install that in a future video. If you haven't already, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.